Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris news.
Halloween decorations have begun to appear in Frontierland in the form of themed sculptures. Work has begun on Maleficent's Bramble Patch in Fantasyland Courtyard.
Refurbishments continue throughout the park, with work progressing on the car park solar panels, Frontierland refreshment stands, Fantasyland paving, as well as plenty of touching up of paintwork.
Cowboy Cookout Barbecue. I'm not even going to bother.
Keep that in. Keep that in.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboy Cookout Barbecue is now closed until further notice.
As the crowds increase, so do the queue lines. Toad Hall Terrace has been used to house an extended socially distanced queue for Peter Pan's flight.
The annual pass office has been closed following water infiltration. Guests must now visit ticket booths at the front of the park.
Rhythms of the Pride Land show has been suspended, with the removal of the Frontierland Theatre sign casting doubt over whether it will reopen this season. Guests can still enjoy the soundtrack, however, as it is now available on Spotify and Apple Music.
Oh.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney pals, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris news show. As you've just heard, stuffs are happening in Disneyland Paris.
Did you say Rhythms of the Pride Lands that time?
I think I said it so quick and with a blocked nose that it becomes inaudible.
Because, yeah, we keep getting that wrong.
Can I just say before we kick off talking about the news, I just did a Lucy-sized put down of my mobile phone after I'd finished reading my last news bit. It was a clunk of the century, and I'm leaving it in.
I like it in old like records, like especially on ELO records. There's a couple of tracks where you can hear Bevan, the drummer. He doesn't drop his drumsticks, but you can hear him sort of like finishing and just putting them down. And I love that they keep those things in.
Nice.
I was awash with giggles during that news segment, guys. You've got some classic voices going on there.
I think I overdid it.
Right, let's talk about this news then. But before we do, can I just say the big news story from because I go on Disney Twitter daily and I look at all the photos that have been posted. The big news story really is that it is absolutely dead. Now, having said that, we all know that you can take a photo from the right angle anywhere and make somewhere seem deserted or make somewhere seem crowded. But we're seeing reports of people being the only person on a lift at Tower of Terror. Ooh. And the only person in Mickeyland Theatre.
It's the dream.
I know, it's fantastic.
I bet there was still a 45-minute wait at the Tower of Terror, even though there's only one person on
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is undoubtedly a lot to do with the ongoing quarantine situation, not only between France and the UK, but France and many other countries. And
yeah, schools are back this week as well, aren't they? So some schools have already gone back. So. And
a lot of Europe starts earlier in August than we do, but usually you would see... I mean, we went this week last year, didn't we? Oh, yes. last week last year, I should say. We would have just come back.
Yeah.
And it was summer busy. You know, you can't entirely put it down to that. And so it worries me. It worries me about the ongoing effect. So some of those ongoing effects can be seen in this news cycle. Cowboy Cookout is gone. That was announced a week in advance that it was going to close. It's just a seasonal closing due to low crowds, but it's a sign, you know, something like that having to go. They're taking the opportunity to do a lot of refurbishments while they can, more than usual, I think. Good, yeah, absolutely, get it done. Yeah, what was it? Rhythm of the Pride Lands. Rhythms of the Pride Lands has been suspended. Obviously, Jungle Jive was suspended in the studios, and then, you know, a couple of weeks later, the one in the park gets suspended. No announcements, no explanations, no talk of when it'll be open again. And yeah, they removed the "This Way to Frontierland Theatre" sign. Now, that could be a coincidence. They could be needing to refurb it. It could have had a hangnail.
They might just want you to guess.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun.
But yeah, so... I mean, I feel sorry for that season. It never got its legs, did it?
No.
It was fully advertised as a full season and just...
Where can I see these Halloween decorations?
Go to DLP Report on Twitter. They've got a lot. In fact, Disney Twitter in general has got a lot, but they always have good ones.
Right. I want to, like, look at them live.
Yeah. So that's... Well, that brings us on to other things to talk about. While he's looking for those, I'll just say... Even though it is really, really small crowds, they still have peaks at weekends and things. And because of the socially distanced queues, they've found that when they get over 25 minutes, they've run out of space. So that is why the Toad Hall Terrace has been used. And I've seen similar things going on with Tower of Terror as well. Have you found them, love?
I found some. Yeah. Click on that. They took a really nice picture of the castle there. I just liked it.
This is real-time tweeting
that really
right
misty
here.
dark one.
No, it was a sunrise or sunset. I think it was sunrise. Right, okay, so what we're looking at here?
It's mainly statues and atmosphere.
Yeah.
No actual kind of events shown up. But it's quite eclectic. There's a lot of Coco-inspired... what is it? How do you say Day of the Dead in Spanish? You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. I don't know.
Everyone's
is.
just... What is it? Del Muerto something?
Oh, dear.
Anyway, he's going to find it. There's a lot of that kind of Mexican...
Dia de Muertos.
Dia de Muerto, that's it. A lot of that inspired, but not entirely. There's quite a few just plain old pumpkins and pumpkin head things and scarecrows and...
I like the Day of the Dead stuff, but it's kind of taking over a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it at the same time?
It is Halloween, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels like a trend, and I don't know.
He was a bit chicken and the eggish because it became kind of popular in supermarket dress-up aisles a little bit before Coco came out, didn't it?
Yeah.
But Coco will already have been in production, so whether they were kind of getting ahead on it, I don't know. But they do have an IP that fits it, so...
2nd of November is when it is.
Right.
So it isn't the same day.
Oh.
I know what bugs me about it is there's something kind of cool about it, and you can dress up like it and look kind of cool and sexy, but I just like Halloween to be like daft and cartoony.
Tacky and trashy people in
Yeah.
naff skeleton outfits. And
So it's too cool for school, but no, I do like it, and I love like...
When we were at
Mexican
uni,
culture and
if you
things.
asked any girl... well, thing is, we went to an art college and you kind of got your fine art students and then you got your graphic designers and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you asked any of the graphic designers and those people, what are you going at Halloween? They'd always just choose a generic anything and put the word sexy in front of it. Oh, I'm going as a sexy nurse. I'm going as a sexy witch. I'm going as a sexy paramedic. You know, and we used to roll our eyes distinctly, but this kind of it fits a little into that category for fancy dress, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, you see in Disneyland, it certainly when I was there for Halloween, Frontierland is where the Day of the Dead stuff is, and the rest of it's like standard Halloween fare. So it's one area of it. It's not taking over. It's just one
It
day.
does work geographically with the American West
yeah.
as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
To have that there. And I know I was kind of agreeing with you there, but I really like it as an art style. I think it's quite striking. But they've not just got that. Like, I think last year they committed to that as the style. They've got quite a lot of different stuff going on at the moment. And they've got the bramble bush coming back.
Yeah, it's good as that.
As it starts to pick up, we should do a full Halloween episode where we run through all the offerings. At the moment, it's a little uncertain because stuff keeps getting cancelled and rearranged.
It's the one time we haven't been, isn't it, really? Halloween.
I kind of did, because when I did Run Disney, it was 22nd of September, so they were just getting everything up.
If we'd have
You were
gone
talking
to,
about going to Halloween this year, weren't you, at one point? I'm sure you mentioned it at some point. Or
I
maybe you
think-
just said you'd
I
like
think
to.
We'd have gone to Disney World. It would have started there, wouldn't it? We
Oh,
would
yeah,
have
that's what it was.
Yeah, it would
had
have.
Mickey's Not
It
So
starts
Scary.
mid-August in Disney World, yeah.
So we would have made it for that.
Right, what haven't we talked about then? Annual pass office, water infiltration. I think if they were up to full capacity, they would have had it reopened within 2 hours or whatever, or within 24
Surely they were
hours.
over the full capacity of water, and that's why they shut it.
They were overflowing.
Overflowing, yeah.
Indeed. I have that feeling they would have got this reopened within 24 hours, but situation being what it is, I can't imagine it being dead busy. They probably thought, you know
Can't
what?
get a plumber anywhere.
Just shut it. We'll take our time. We'll do a little mini refurb. We'll relocate some cast members. That's my thoughts anyway. And that brings us to the end of what I've got to talk about. Has anyone else seen anything interesting?
There were some nice pin badges for Halloween, but I guess we'll talk about that when we talk about Halloween, won't we, at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All good?
aside from that, yeah, I think that's about it, isn't it?
I think
I don't
that's
feel
it.
like there's anything else to talk
As
about.
this is our itty bitty news show, and we're going to go and record my favourite programme, the Patreon pub quiz, next. I think that we will call it a day on this, and we will see you again next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, children.
Hello friends, here at 37 Disney Street, we've recently launched on Patreon. And if you become a 37 Disney Street pal by supporting us, we've got additional shows every week, including our new Patreon pub quiz,
I've got quiz fever.
and special shows that don't fit into our classic or DLP schedules.
Today, we're having a second look at Disney Plus, with some of our recommendations, plus the kids too.
We'll even ask you to get involved in our decision making with regular posts and polls. And to top it off, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that the three of us all love you very much, as any funds we raise will go straight back into making our shows great. To find out more, search for us on Patreon or follow the link in the description for this show. Thanks for listening, see you real soon!